Hey everybody, welcome back to Tomcat Airguns. What I'm going to show you today is a bipod that is unique unto its own. I haven't seen anything quite like this bipod before, and it really doesn't conform to the traditional bipod style. And this is it right here. It's called the Swagger bipod. So if you want to find out more about this one, it's going to be at swaggerbipod.com. It's a 4 to 10 inch bipod weighing in at about 15 ounces in this configuration, and this retails for about $120. They have a bunch of different accessories for mounting it to your rifle. This one here is a Picatinny mount. They've got shotgun mount, traditional rifle, Picatinny, or not Picatinny, sling stud and swivel stud. They've also got long leg models, which might be very handy for you. And then they've got stowaway models for certain rifles, and they also sell like shooting sticks and things like that. So before we get into this bipod, I want to remind you guys, if you like my channel, you like what I'm doing here, hit like, share, subscribe, all that happy stuff that helps my channel grow. If you really want to stand out and maybe support my channel in another way, you can feel free to send a donation to paypal.me/Tomcat Airguns. All right, so this is the Swagger bipod, and it goes from legs stowed to legs at 90 degrees. There's no 45 angle on this. And give it a little twist, and legs come out. Real grippy. The rubber here is like super grippy. Legs pop out and push back into place. Now, if I push down hard enough on this, it is going to retract. This isn't my bipod, so I'm not going to do that. But it's just a friction type of tension on here. So, you know, if you're going to stand on the thing, it's probably going to retract on you. Also, the feet come off and to reveal some spikes. So that's kind of cool. Dig right into like a soft dirt type of atmosphere. That'll do real nice for you. So at this point in the videos, usually I tend to go to the bench and go through all the functions and stuff of the bipod, but I'm not going to do that with this one because, like I said, it's very unique unto its own. When I sit down at the bench, it's usually for target shooting and competition style of shooting, so I want a bipod that, kind of like this one, it's very sturdy. It's not going to move. It's just going to be solid as a rock and just hold your rifle exactly where you want it. That's not what the Swagger does. So I'm going to mount this to the rifle, and I'm finding out that it's kind of a pain in the butt because they didn't make the screws long enough to where you can just, you know, unscrew and it spreads apart enough to slip over the Picatinny rail. You have to actually take the screws out, break the bipod into 2 pieces, and then put it on your Picatinny mount. So it's kind of like a floppy, clumsy style of way to do that. If they would have just put longer screws in there, you would have been able to slip it right over. I also tried to maybe slide it over the Picatinny rail after loosening it up, but you can't do that because the screws are in the way. That's what, you know, holds it from sliding on the Picatinny rail. So you have to break it in 2, mount it to your gun, and then stick the screw in, find the threads, which is not that hard to do, and then tighten it up. That's how it goes on and off. I wish there was a quick release on this, but that's usual for me. That's normal. Now that I have it mounted to the rifle, I can really show you guys a lot better why this stands out so much. We got bendy legs. We got legs that are going to do a dance. They're going to do all kinds of things. They're going to conform. I mean, it's basically a spring in here connecting the base to the leg. So it can literally move in any direction you want. So is it going to work for bench rest? Well, it's going to hold your rifle up, yeah. If you want to practice with this, you will have a bipod that doesn't fight your recoil. It's going to move with your rifle. But really where this is going to stand out is out in the field. So here we are outside, and we come upon a spot where we're going to take a shot. But as you can see, the ground is a little uneven. This bipod doesn't care. All you need to do is twist your rifle and hold it straight, or additionally you can maybe manipulate a leg a little bit, hold a leg, spread it out how you want. Oh, I want to shoot a little bit lower, spread those legs out. I got a rock in the way. Spread those legs out and you can get down low. You want to keep it high, you can keep it high, extend the legs for an even higher shot. And here's another cool thing is, for hunting, if your game moves, You don't have to worry about your stiff legs dragging across and now all of a sudden your rifle's a little bit off angle or whatever. All you need to do is use those springs and you can walk with your target as it moves. Real easy and real smooth too. When you're out in the field stalking and hunting like that, all kinds of scenarios can pop up. All of a sudden, I'm going to take my shot off this rock here. And you can see with a traditional bipod, you'd be messing around with the tilt option to get it back in line again. Here, you don't have to do that. You can spread that leg out and get close, just like so, bang, and take your quarry. I've also seen maybe your only best option is to actually bring the legs back towards yourself. So you can hook in like this. What I'm getting at here, guys, is I'm supported, okay, in an environment where perhaps a regular bipod would be a little more difficult to use. I have the support I need, okay, the ability to tilt and swivel freely. The downside to this is going to be that you need to control your tilt and swivel with your wrist. You need to pay attention to that, otherwise you could throw your shot off. So you don't have that locked-in feature. You give that up, but what you gain in place of it is versatility out in the field. Perhaps you come across an old tree that you want to use as a support, no problem. Get that bipod on there, try to find a nice solid purchase point, like I've got a recessed knot right here. So that's going to hold that leg real strong, in position real well. And I can line up. And I'm kind of using this as a monopod, but it's got this leg kicking out here that is supporting. It is adding some more additional support. So bang, I take my shot and happy day. You guys that have watched my videos in the past know that I'm a real stickler for slop. And I can tell you this, that the leg extensions have just about no slop in them. The legs themselves, they do have a little bit of slop. Okay, and obviously I would call this slop as well, but that's the way the system is designed. So slop really doesn't even factor in on this. And I don't know if you can tell about the spring tension, but there is quite a bit of spring tension here. It's not super, super loose, and it's not overly tight. I think they really did some research on this, and they found a nice balance point for everyone to use where it's just comfortable. It's just a real comfortable, easy to use bipod for, again, out in the field hunting. So let's say we got to take a prone shot. Let's see how it works for that. What I like about this here is you can actually lean, and it gives you a little bit of back pressure on your rifle. Gives you a little bit of back pressure, get your tilt out of there and take your shot. I mean, real easy. If I needed to make the adjustment for the legs, you know, it's really smooth. It's a very smooth loosening and tightening, and then I've got a higher shot. Now they do sell taller models, so if you're the type of shooter that finds yourself in the kneeling or sitting position to take your shot a lot of times, check out those longer models. Well guys, that's all I've got for you today on the Swagger bipod. A bipod like this, it's not to say it doesn't have a lot of features, it just doesn't have a lot of features. So the leg extensions work very smooth, they lock in real nice, and other than that, it's kind of like all the features that all these other bipods have. It's kind of all built in with the spring. You just can't turn it off. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this review. As always, thanks for watching and happy shooting.